what we should do with this array? We wanna calculate its average. Let's use what we have in last session, and that's, let's just create a function that its input is an array and its output is average number of that array. So what we wanna in return, so it is a char and average number. So for input we use char like numbers, and let's run it to see if it's okay. So it is okay. Let's stop it. And you know that this is input of our function and this is output. So for output we use char result. We create this so we can store our value in result and we can return it to here. So this is for what we want to return in the end of the code, end of the function. So at the first time you don't know our array have how much place in there. So in the next input of our function we want client to say how much places its array have. So char is enough, and how many places or size, that's good, just size. And we use size to calculate average. First, how we can calculate average? We should just add all this value that is stored in this array and then divide it by 5. That's it. We should at the first add all of them. So how we can use that? We can use for, but there is another thing. We can use just this student grade, no, just the result equal student grade, or in here we should use numbers 0 plus, have it 5 times, and just 1 2 3 4, and then you see we didn't use char size because for the first example let's just not use this char size and use this method to see how you can calculate average. And then result should be result divided by 5 and then return result. Let's just use this function and to see if it's okay. Average number, let's pass this in here and return value. We create another char, call it average, and in here average equal average number that its input is this, and then let's try to show it. Average is %d average. That's it. Let's run it. Let's just put 25 in all places to see if its average is okay. So average is 25. It's okay for here for now. And again run it. This. Let's see if it's okay on calculator. Go to scientific and t plus 25 plus 8 plus 69. So it is not okay. Why it is not okay? Let's see. Aha. You see, when you add all of this, result in here will be more than what char can show. So what we should do for this plus plus, you can use an int. Let's call it for adding, and put it here, and for adding just plus all of this, it will be an integer value that is more than 127. So we use int. Let's just use unsigned int to be sure, because we just have positive value in here. So there is a big value that when we divide it by 5, it will be our result. So it will be enough. Let's run it again. And let's see if it's okay. You see, in this, again, we have a problem. We should debug it. What's the problem? You know what's the problem, so you should handle it yourself. But I will show you what is. Can use float in here, and again run it. I don't remember last value that I put in here, so again new value 65. Let's just see if it's okay. Again, it's not okay. Why it's not okay? Let's see. Because result is char, so it can't store float value. So we should float, define it as float in here. We want to return float, and again float in here, so it can store float. And in here should average be float. See, maybe this should be float as well, so it can store float value in it. So let's run it again, and if it be big enough, you can see value in here. So let's just put this value to see if we get this value or not. 25. It's not okay. Why it's not okay? Because you didn't say, let's just put F in all of this. So we tell printf and this scanf that we want a float value. So no, let's just run it again and put the value in here, plus 25 plus, oh, it's not 25 and average is not okay again. What is the problem? 25, 75 for adding. Let's float this as well, and let's see if it has another problem. Result is float, return result, it is okay, so it should be okay till here. This is float as well. So let's just go to debug mode and see what will happen. There is a problem here. This is a problem. Float. We should use input as float because this is float. We can pass float in what's that char. So we just change this to float. Let's run it again to see if it's okay. No, we can't use unsigned for float in here. So let's again. It's okay now. It's good to see have some error. It's good to have some error for you to see. Let's just go to here. It creates breakpoint, but it won't show us why this is happening. It's no matter. So let's just start to here, and it's still here. So let's put old value. $98. So it reach here. Let's maximize this, and see, you can see result and for adding. Let's step over to see, to go to the next line. For adding, no is you see, let's just have it like this. It is okay. So for adding is okay. So let's see if result is okay. Result is okay. So let's go to the next line to see what will happen. And next line till here all thing is okay. So it's over again. Stop again, run it. Put old value in here. So it is okay. What did we do? We change input in here to float. We change all the thing that we want to be float to be float, to be initialized as float, and we show it as float. So it is okay, and it will show what we want.